Yo, 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 you already know what it is, man. This is Mr. Golden Voice, Bruising Boxing. You know, we coming at y'all live again. I got my trusty style on deck. I had to steal the word trusty from my dog News. But yeah, I got my style on deck. So I need y'all to get y'all drinks and your smokes and your fingers ready to comment, ask us questions and everything for this live cast of the Fade Hour, man. So let me swing it around the room. Waste no time. Let my fellas go ahead and introduce themselves.
What up, world? It's your boy News, representing Ringside Rave all day. Y'all know what it is to me, man. Sitting here with a fresh batch of loud. I don't even know what it's called. I'm just calling it loud because that's how it is. Every time I hit it, it's just loud. It brought a tear to my eye the other day. A good tear. You know when you take that cough, like that, you can't breathe, that little tear to come out, that tear of joy. Y'all know what it is, man.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Smoke from at Free Smoke Box, and the way News was describing his loud, it was like the single tear from a Native American when someone lit theirs. Anyway, holler at your boy Smoke if you want a free Smoke Boxing shirt. All you got to pay for is shipping. Let's get to it.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? It's Pat Scorpion and representing. And I'm just sitting here feeling good with this Merlot on my glass, man. So, man, let's get to this.
What up, y'all? What up? What up? It's your boy P, ripping Ringside Rave, Bodega Boxing. You already know. I'm just drinking water as always, trying to stay hydrated. I'm actually on my 7th bottle of water, so I'm just guzzling them down lately.
Yo, someone got to watch P that he don't get water drunk.
Nah.
Yo, man, let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Let's start talking about this topic. We titled it Alpha Male or Animal. And y'all should know where we getting at. The biggest thing this week, man, like I said, it's been kind of a slow week, but then Pulev got a little situation came on, got a little hype after the fight, did a little here and there with the whoop de whoop, and now she coming at his neck. So I just she coming at his neck, man. But I just want to get y'all opinion. We know what happened. We ain't gonna rehash it, but I want to. How do y'all think this is going to get resolved?
Well,
like, what do y'all think is going to happen to him?
Well, we do have to rehash it.
Yeah,
for the people that haven't seen it.
News. Tell
man,
the
that
story.
man. I mean,
well, he playing basic. Go ahead.
After the fight, all I seen was Pulev standing there and doing the interview. You know, nice looking woman in front of him. He couldn't handle himself. You know, it looked like he took a shot. He pulled up for the half court shot. He took it all the way to the hoop. You know, and that's what he did. And that was not the right thing to do, man. That man, at the end of the interview, that man just kissed her.
Right.
He just kissed the reporter.
Yeah, so for those that aren't familiar with what the whoop-de-whoop is and all that shit, Pulev, like News was saying, he was getting interviewed by this very attractive woman, and at the end of it, I guess that he thought they were close enough friends, so he like just kissed her out of nowhere and apparently like grabbed her ass after, like as a celebration of his win. And so because of that, this woman who I believe works for TMZ or something like that. I don't know why TMZ would be interviewing Kubrat Pulev.
I think she had her own boxing channel, and they just have
she had her own show.
Oh,
right.
Shout out to her for that. And she hired an attorney, and she's going to sue him for. I'm guessing she's going to sue him for sexual harassment.
Oh,
not just any attorney. She got Gloria Allred, but so
that damn shill female attorney. That she stays chasing these damn lawsuits, man.
Gloria all bad. That's what I call her. Because when she show up, it's all bad.
Yo, give the people some history because I don't know.
I was gonna say, pardon my ignorance, but who the fuck is that?
Hey man, put some respect to her name, man. Every time something happens where a woman has like some type of sexual discrimination or any type of harassment, basically she's their number one go-to person. You know, like
yeah.
Right.
she's known for taking like these high profile cases.
Yeah.
It's all for women's rights, and she will, doesn't matter how big or small, you know, so she will go after that. And that's her reputation. And she has a daughter who's also the same way too. Lawyer, does everything, man. But she's annoying because, like I said, she'll represent for anyone suing over the littlest things for women's rights, even if it's not even really a violation. But unfortunately, in this particular case, I think it's a violation because it's on video and everything, man.
Right. Unprovoked everything.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you never know because sometimes when Europeans, obviously we've all dealt with people foreign people who come to the United States of America, and they're not familiar with the social norms. Some people think it's their God-given right to kiss an attractive woman on the lips at any given time. In a way, there's nothing really wrong with that mentality. I mean, I'm pretty sure in my backsliding, I've done that a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But I never got sued for it because I'm attractive.
Super pause.
Yeah, I want to get P's thoughts on it.
I mean, the first thing I thought was, I honestly thought, first of all, where's Pulev from? The Pulev is from another country, and I'm not familiar with the social norms in that country. But a lot of times it could be a cultural thing, because I know in a lot of Latin countries, they greet each other or say goodbye with a kiss. That's a normal thing. But then again, when I looked at it, I'm just the way he forced it just didn't seem like it. Yeah, didn't seem like it was a cultural thing. It did seem like a kind of an alpha, he kind of took it too far. And then when she said, "Oh, he grabbed my ass," now I'm okay, yeah. That's not good.
So, isn't Pulev from Eastern European country?
Bulgaria. Isn't he Bulgarian?
Yeah.
So, I don't know anything about Bulgaria, so I'm not going to say anything about that. But if you saw the video, which many of our listeners probably have, you could tell right away that the woman was very shocked by that. And so I don't look at that as an alpha male thing. I look at that as just, it's kind of two ways. Maybe like you guys were saying, the social norms are different in Bulgaria and all that stuff. Although this dude is a well-traveled boxer and all that shit. And the second is homie don't know his boundaries. And,
he was out of pocket.
Yeah, he was out of pocket hardcore.
Yeah.
And especially if you're someone that is, no matter how famous Kubrat Pulev is in the United States, there's some place where he is real famous.
Yeah.
So it's he needs to check himself.
Yeah, I said, go ahead, News.
No, I was going to bring up basically the he say, she say of the situation, because y'all remember he gave out a statement where he basically said they were friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And basically tried to play. I'm gonna try to find the statement so that way I can read it and then also read her statement, because they're both going he went totally the opposite way. Okay, here it is. I found it. I don't have a Bulgarian accent, y'all. I got a Cleveland accent, 105 and Empire accent.
Yo, someone call Rez.
So basically, he's you may have seen a clip of me kissing a female reporter after I won my fight on Saturday night. The reporter, Jenny, is actually a friend of mine, and after the interview, I gave her a kiss. Later that night, she joined me and my other friends in my post-fight celebration. After our kiss, we both laughed about it and thanked each other. There's really nothing more to this.
There's so many other questions because they say, Pulev is married too, on top of that. So he's kissing another woman on national TV, and then they have that, we're friends. Now, obviously if a picture comes up and they're all hugged up, friendly, then it's probably going to, I won't say it'll probably do damage to her case because Gloria R will probably make sure that she gets something for it, but it would just be fucked up,
I mean, regardless though, even then at the same time, dude can't just go around kissing. I mean, every man has friends. You can't just pull up on your friends, and just start kissing them because you won. You know what I'm saying? You know how many games of 33? How many games of 33 I won? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how many good days at the job I had? How many? You know what I'm saying? I ain't just pulling up and just kissing all my friends. So that's a weak excuse for him. So
and not
I
trying
don't
to
know.
justify it at all and trying to make light of it, but it wasn't like you beat Tyson Fury and was that crunk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
what?
he beat.
In fact, that dude almost came close to losing by TKO because he had that cut. That opened
Yo, so in the video, the cut open.
Right.
Yeah,
The cut was like, God damn.
he nearly lost that fight, and the top rank, signed him and spent money on him. Like this dude, Top Rank's about to take an L now because I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna be named in the lawsuit too. Since who knows how much they can really get out of Pulev since he's not an American citizen, So Top Rank, I'm pretty sure is gonna be footing whatever settlement that's gonna be coming her way.
And I wanted, and speaking on that, I wanted to just kind of transition over, like I said, when I initially started off, about how do you think this will play out as far as like sanctioning or banned or X, Y, and Z? I just want to get y'all thoughts on that.
In boxing?
There's no bans in boxing, man. We got murderers.
But you know what I mean, like a suspension, a fine, or X, Y, and Z. What punishment do you guys think he will face? And maybe possibly, I mean,
they might.
They'll probably get on the rest, like bad Pulev. Don't do it again. Okay, yeah. I will not kiss you women again.
Yo. So I kind of got a question, and Mal, I don't think anything's gonna happen to him because it's fucking boxing, and we literally have had murderers come back and be boxers. But that was a clear example of like sexual harassment or whatever the term is. So I know that all of us here work in the office someplace. What's the wildest like sexual harassment shit you've heard of at your job or one of your previous jobs?
I don't know. I stay clear of that, but the less I know, the better I am, bro.
Well, at my current place of employment, I have not come across anything of that nature yet, and I don't think I will. However, my last job, let's put it this way: I got hit on by the head of HR at a Christmas party. Yeah, that's sexual harassment.
Humble brag. Humble brag.
Yeah, weird flex, Pat.
That's not a flex. That's harassment.
No, that is true. It definitely ain't trying to make light of that, man. I ain't trying to make light of that at all, man.
I don't know, man. I think it's a little different. What we consider as males, sexual harassment versus what a lot of females consider sexual harassment. So it's kind of hard to decide. You know what I mean? For a guy, you don't really mind a female coming up to you saying something crazy. Because it's almost like, oh yeah, it's game time.
A lot of, you know what I mean? In certain things, in truth, and it depends on the level of attraction of the female too.
Yeah, or just other things. Because I actually got. I remember in high school, I got suspended for sexual harassment for fucking grabbing a girl's butt.
Okay, P. The P stands for King Pulev.
But the thing was like, I don't feel it now. But in my case, just quickly, it's different. I feel like she was goaded into telling on me because she was embarrassed for other people because we were cool, and she actually gave me a kiss on the cheek once. So like we were like cool like that. So like I grabbed her ass. I think it was just that maybe she didn't mind it, but I did it in front of others, in front of her clique, and I wasn't exactly popular in high school. I was the nerd, so she probably felt like embarrassed, and her friends were probably like laughing at her, like, "Oh, you let the nerd touch your butt," so she felt embarrassed and probably flipped on me. I'm sticking to that. That's what I believe. So it's different.
I don't know.
All right, I got
I had a question.
Well, I want to. So I actually have seen some of this shit or heard about it, and so two different things. And I'll be real quick with it. So I have a brother that is still in high school, and shout out to News who has kids in high school. So be careful. The boys' soccer coach, when he was a freshman, ended up banging like 3 high schoolers that were on the fucking team, like 16 and 17-year-olds. So, like, I don't know if that's sexual. Right? I don't know if that's yes, it was a woman.
Okay.
And I don't think that's sexual harassment because you don't like the kids don't work for the school; they just go to it. But that was kind of a fucked up thing. But 2 jobs ago, one of my like work friends, she became like mildly friendly with one of the managers there, and like he started hitting on her like a lot at work, and like eventually for whatever reason she gave him her phone number, and so I come into work on like one Monday or something like that. She's like, "Oh shit, Smoke, you'll never believe what happened to me." And I was like, "Yeah, I actually probably would." And she was like, "Manager's name sent me like a series of dick pics over the weekend." Oh. I was like, yeah. And this dude was like, he was pretty high up at the company. And so I was like, a series, and she was like, yeah, 6. So it was a real kind of like fucked up situation. And yeah, that's the most intense shit that I've ever seen or heard of at work.
Well, damn.
Yeah, no, I mean, just like, you know, that shit happens like all the time, unfortunately.
Yeah, bet. It does happen. I mean, go ahead, Ma, but I wanted to hear the point you were trying to get to.
Oh no, go ahead, because I had a question for y'all, which was unrelated to this. So I just want y'all to.
Oh no, I don't have nothing else. I don't have nothing else to say with that. I was just gonna say, man, basically, like I tell most women I run across, most of these dudes out here is weirdos. So I mean, it is what it is. It's just, if you go by majority rules, majority of the dudes you're gonna run into is weirdos, man. Just use your spidey senses.
Yep.
Spidey senses never fail you.
Nah, I wanted to ask y'all, who would have won in the mythical matchup out of the Klitschko brothers?
Vitaly.
Yep.
And not because I mean no disrespect to Vlad though, but
I agree.
Vitaly was terrible as hell.
Wait, which version of both?
I was just asking whatever version you want to use, whatever best version of either one.
Well, no, Vitaly only had Vitaly. There wasn't. There's like one era of Vitaly, and that's it. Vlad had 2. You know, pre-Stewart and post-Stewart. You know,
that pre-Stewart was flabby.
Mm-hmm.
But he was more exciting though to watch.
There's no version of Vladimir Klitschko that beats Vitaly Klitschko. None.
Vitaly had a chin, and the punching was durable. You know, and
tight ends. Yep.
Yeah.
Vlad had too many. Got shook up too many times by lesser fighters.
Even shout out to Corey Sanders.
Yeah. R.I.P.
He was just a fighter.
I was just asking that because I was actually just randomly watching Klitschko and Lennox Lewis today just for the hell of it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I just run that back like maybe once a year just to see it, and I was like, oh, let me throw it to my brothers and see what they think. So
I think that many people come away from that fight thinking that Lennox didn't really show out, and to me, when you look at the context of the fight, Lennox basically coming off the couch. He did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
And he was losing the fight on the cards. There was no question about that. But make no mistake, the cut was the only thing that actually won him that fight.
Yeah, that's one of the worst cuts that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean he was cut down to the bone.
Yep.
that one.
Yeah,
And
it was
then,
a ridiculous cut. That definitely was crazy.
And then,
Yeah.
but it also worked away because Vitaly, because before had the quitter label because he got stopped by Chris Bird because of his shoulder, and then so that fight redeemed him to the public, and and that continued till we retired. So that was in a way, that's how it worked out well for him. Getting opened up like that. Pause.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, y'all throw something out there, man. Like I said, I just thought of that, and I want to throw that out there. I want to see anything y'all want to discuss. Definitely. Well, the floor is open. Rave mixing it.
Yeah, I got one. So when we're talking about Vitaly and we're talking about Vladimir, right? And they never fought each other. But if we had Vitaly here instead of Vladimir as a prime Vitaly, like where do we think that he goes? Because we never got to see him fight the opponents that we seen Vladimir fight.
Right.
So we know what Vladimir was able to do, right? So we really got to be really hypothetical with this for Vitaly. But how do we think Vitaly would fare against a Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua or a Luis Ortiz? Like, do we think that he still beats them?
I think that he knocks out what's it called? Wilder and Joshua.
I bet Shannon Briggs can answer that question for us. Shit. And I'm gonna say he beats. Yeah, I'm gonna say that he would win. I think that he'd beat all of them up there. I'm trying to think of who would probably give him the most issues. And
Fury.
I wanted, yeah.
Vitaly's problem was like, let's say, if you had upper body movement, let's say Chris Bird gave him the most trouble out of everyone he fought, and Chris Bird couldn't break an egg with his punch, but Chris Bird had him missing repeatedly, like at least 60-70% of the fight, if you have upper body movement and you can actually move, you'd have a real good chance of beating Vitaly. But Vlad actually does well against those type of fighters. That's why Vlad beat up Chris Bird twice. So,
okay, I got one for y'all. I got one more hypothetical one for you. Y'all ready for this one?
Yeah.
I'm going welterweight. I'm going Earl Spence, The Truth, at his best versus at his very best. The Truth versus The Punisher, Paul Williams.
Go P.
Who wins that?
You on P.
That's a tough one, but I don't know because the Punisher is a tough out. Those guys that throw punches and I have to think about that for a minute.
I'm gonna say the Punisher.
I'm
leaning. Think about it twice.
I'm leaning towards the Punisher, but it's I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
I think it's let's say Punisher. Well, I mean, because Paul was outstanding at welterweight, except for that one fight where he was sick, and he had to avenge that loss, But Paul had crazy activity for a man size. It's like, I mean, you don't find welterweights that throw 100, 110 punches around. Yeah.
So I mean, didn't Paul Williams go up to 160?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So I mean,
to go up to what?
160. This is
yes and no. He did, but it was a catch weight of 158. He got it to 158.
So the only thing I would say is that, and this isn't disrespect to Errol Spence, Paul Williams, his geometry was just too difficult for a lot of fighters, and you add into the fact that they're both southpaws. I mean, shit could get tough. But the one thing for Spence is that Paul Williams' his worst moment inside the boxing ring came against a smaller southpaw, and that's when Sergio Martinez. We ain't gonna disrespect Paul.
I was gonna say that I would pick Earl Spence in that fight only because I've seen more tools out of Earl Spence than I've seen out of Paul Williams. I can only see Paul Williams going after Earl Spence, which plays into Earl Spence's game plan.
Well, let's put it this way.
See, that's the thing. The one advantage Spence have is because Paul's insane work rate actually works to Spence's advantage because his work rate, because of his high work rate, the fight is going to take place on the inside.
Right.
Spence has the advantage of having the short, crisper punches, whereas Paul threw very wider punches. So because of that, and Paul will leave the inside of Paul will be wide open for body punches.
Yep. Now, if he was able to use his reach from distance on Spence, then that'd be a lot different. But because Paul Williams, no matter the fact that he had the much longer arms, he liked to fight on the inside and get up, throw the uppercuts through the clinch.
Yeah,
Paul Williams.
Yeah, Paul liked to give up. What was his Paul was giving up his height advantage way too much. Like, I mean, it showed it in the Lara fight, which was probably the most alarming example of him doing that. Is just, I mean, that was a flaw that he unfortunately never fixed.
That'd be a great fight, though. I wish we could have seen that fight because I don't think Earl Spence would knock him out. I think they would go 12, and I think that'll just be punishment for 12 rounds straight, non-stop action.
I mean, Paul went 12 rounds with Margarito, of all people. So
easily.
Oh man, what about that? Prime Tijuana Tornado versus Earl Spence or versus Sean Porter. Antonio Margarito in his prime versus Sean Porter.
Margarito.
Now, Margarito versus Spence would have been crazy for as long as it lasted.
Right.
I think Spence would beat Margarito.
I think so too.
The only thing is now it'll be tough because Spence is facing a bigger fighter with a style that's almost similar to pressure fighter, where he's used to coming forward. Then he'll have somebody bigger than him coming forward. That's why, people say that Spence won't lose until he gets up in weight and fights a style like that. Like, imagine it would be a great fight when they move up, or if that ever happened, if they were ever in the same weight class, would be Spence versus Hurd. Imagine that. Yep. That would be a good ass fight. Right.
How about this one? Real quick, this is my last one, and then we can go ahead and wrap it up.
Yep.
Terrence Crawford, 140. Versus Miguel Cotto at 140.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Crawford only because Cotto's chin at 140.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Cotto got rocked a lot at 140 because he was cutting so much weight. And he had moments where he was doing chicken dances all over the place.
Was that Chop Chop that had him on Queer Street? Was that 140 when Chop Chop hit him?
Yeah, it was Chop Chop and Ricardo Torres.
Ricardo Torres had him ready to go.
The only thing I'll say to that is, didn't Gamboa have Crawford on roller skates at 135 when he was really like 132 pounds?
True.
I mean, so if it's coming down to a choice of who's got the better chin, it's more like whoever lands first. But if it came down to boxing, I mean, you would choose Crawford. But, I think Cotto can knock him out.
Crawford out?
That
Yeah.
would have been a great fight to see, man.
He could, but
I mean, Cotto's left hook, he was cutting a lot of weight to get to 140, but he always had a left hook that was like a 147 plus left hook.
That's true.
And I'm not disrespecting Terrence Crawford, but every fight that we've seen, the fight against Jose Benavidez, who is kind of like a legit welterweight, Terrence Crawford was mildly bothered by his power. So if you put it with someone like Cotto, who can actually box and punch too, I think either of them could have knocked each other out. I would err on the side of boxing skills and go with Crawford, but that's like a 55-45.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you're from.
Right. What you saying,
Nebraska.
P?
I was gonna say, what about Mikey Garcia versus Costa Zoo at 140?
That'd be a good fight.
Kasazu.
Yeah.
I'm going Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, I'm taking Mike. Well, y'all know.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we know what you're doing.
I'd probably go with Zoo too. I mean, Zoo was a beast at 140. I mean, he was a legit beast at 140. I mean,
Shout out to Tim
Yeah.
Zoo, his son, who actually can punch like a motherfucker.
Right.
I think he fights at 154.
Yep.
And
Yep.
So we have to watch out for him. He might get in the mix within a couple of years.
Definitely.
How quickly we want to move him.
Bet, man. But yeah, man, good stopping point, y'all, man. This has been another goddamn great episode. And things work out, we'll be back here tomorrow. I'm going ahead and swinging around the room, let everybody get their thoughts off. Then News going, take us home.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Smoke from @FreeSmokeBoxing. Come and check me out. Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to do. If you like the logo, hit me up. I'll send you a shirt. All you got to pay is shipping. Holla at me.
Yo, what up, yo? It's Pat Scorp, the New England representative. And as always, you know how to find me. Just type in PA and let the whole thing take you all the way. I mean, just, you can check me out, Ringing Radio. Check me out on my Instagram, Bigger Pat Scorp. I forget which one sometimes. It's one, but I have too many variations of that in my social media. But yeah, just type in either or. It'll take you to where you need to be. And just remember, though, keep loving Pat Scorpio because Pat Scorpio loves y'all. All right, peace.
What up, y'all? This is your boy P. You already know where you can find me on Instagram and Twitter @BodegaBoxing. Holla at me.
Once again, y'all, this your boy News representing Ringside Rave all day. Y'all know what it is with me, man. Like Maul said, another great episode 37 of the Fade Hour. I'd like to thank the fellas each for coming through and having a drink and a smoke with me. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, so we'll see how everybody's feeling and see if we can get another show up. But at the end of the day, man, we appreciate the support as usual. You can follow us on, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Spotify. It's Ringside Rave, the Fade Hour. We out.
One.
All right, one.